So it's the end of the month. It's the end of the section of monthage, and reality is coming upon people that maybe the euro dollar is kind of oversold. So the big swing traders are getting long the euro dollar now. We're talking about people with giant balls of steel that buy these plunges. And it takes some money, I must say. I'm down about what do they say, like $10,000 into this plunge. I refuse to sell, but that's just me. I'm an angry fucking trader. This is a 100 pip grid. That is a daily euro dollar. I just got filled on my double clicks that drop every 15. They drop every time I click them, but they last 15 minutes, very close to the market. 2 pips, 5, 7. On the daily, I can kind of tell that this is probably a great place to get in. If I zoom in, I can see my candlesticks, which I don't use because it's too much information. I don't care that it opened here and it engulfed. My question is, are we getting in based on the closing prices only? We should only need the closing prices. And since I'm building positions for the swing trade, I expect to go underwater and lose money, but then I have to keep punching the buy button. If I have tight stops, I guess I'm going to get stopped out. Let them stop me out. I will buy the next. I won't buy for 20 pips now. And the next 20 to 40 pips deep, I'm buying like crazy. But these are my Asian scripts, I guess you could say, or very close to the market, depending on the currency you're trading. This is on the 30-minute chart. If I keep dropping these guys, they're going to come in at different price levels. If I have the robot do it every 15 minutes, he's going to drop, say, this one. So I could turn on like a 15-minute robots, and I'd be willing to babysit those because I don't want to sit here and while I'm watching a movie come back and hit this. This is going to be 30 minutes for 7 to 11 pips deep with a 30 pip stop. I don't know if that's the exact stop on that. Now this is a liberal kind of, oh, anything goes. Like, yeah, oh, you just want to scribble your name on there to buy the car? Oh, fucking hell, you don't want you shooting the place up. Here, take it with you. What the fuck? Yeah, get out of here. So buying down here. This is a 2K with different stops on that. 2 different stops. You really can't see it. But trust me, it's there. Trust and believe. And the targets are pretty shitty. So this is another bad ratio rule of life. You got to go for the scalp until you can build the account up to ride these big moves, because most of the money you make is going to be over these bullshit back and forth moves. Like, look how many times this is like a false start either direction. How many times, like, so if you step up to the plate every half hour, right now I'd be buying on limits, and if it closes below this low, I'm going to pull the trigger on the half hour. So that's just my rule of market and limits combined to get a nice breakfast blend, or just anytime day blend of tickets. You need customers. And not everybody's a good customer. Some of these people, some of these traders that are, stop hunting people are just the worst people. So that you actually want to put the your tickets there. So you're kind of being you're exploiting the situation. And if there's enough money in the account, this one has 50 grand of fake money in it. But if this was the case, oh shit, I think there's 1,000 tick limit at this broker. So you have 1,000 tickets out there. We'll make them 2Ks. Now you can trade $2 million. At any one time, you're maxed out. The robots can't drop any more limits. The broker won't let it, and so you're up against that wall. That's another limit wall. So you have to have all these limits and bumpers, training wheels, or just your typical safeguards, curb fillers, whatever you need. and you're gonna scrape the car. You're gonna dent your rims here a little bit. It's not a perfect world, but if you're able to babysit this drama here, this is a gold mine. Now, this particular day compared to this day is a whole different story. So people that kind of talk about patterns and then they say, well, look at this pattern here. I mean, there's so much going on here. You know, you can just lose your mind very quickly, you know. So let's try to get this thing. I got my drawing tools. Okay, so as we plunge into this, if I sit here and click this, I know that's 15 minutes, that's 15 minutes, that's a half hour, that's a half hour, and I come back. Now maybe I come back every hour and I do that, and I'm not getting enough fills, you know. I'm like, God damn it. I mean, it's never coming back there. Now it may come swooping down there, and you'll see that occasionally in Asia. Like, look at last night here, you fall through the floor. I'm going to call the floor as the low of the day. Strictly speaking, just the low of the day. You don't have to get too fancy about it. I'm just going to full retard screen and then drag this guy over to just get the maximum history. So each day is so unique in patterns, pattern-wise. But truly the auction thing, when I discovered the auctions, I said, I think this is where it's going to go. So you don't have to know where the market's going to make money, which is very difficult for people to get their brain around that one. Because if you're just going to net, if you're just trying to net volatility from up and down, it doesn't really matter if your targets are not greedy. So if you have bad ratios combined with a decent amount of drops and being able to scoop up all the pendings, if you see that, okay, that psychodrama, that's over. Now we got to switch gears to that, and maybe you want to go flat on everything and take away all pendings. Now that's what's going to change your how much money you make, because that'll be the frequency of your trade, how many times you bail on a trade for safety as opposed to riding it for more profits. But when you ride it for more profits, you could have to ride the whole fucking wave. Now in the daily, it's very clear to me, using the 1 period moving average, closing prices only, that if you go to the daily chart, it's a fucking no-brainer, right? You could trade tops become bottoms. It's a no-brainer until they wick you out of the trade, because it's just insane volatility. Like here's a there's a lot of triple tops on here that, yes, they made money after they wicked up and then wicked down on closing prices, in the sense of a pattern being what a closing price pattern looks like. Oh, it's made a new high. Closing prices only, you know, swing high to swing low. This wick shit, forget about it. That's not even a trend trader. It's not, you can't even trend trade that. I could draw a trend line in this and say, we're just going to go long. If it gets near my trend line, I'll go long. But what if it doesn't? Well, guess what? You haven't blown up the account. Look at you. I think you should be able to trade based on the dumbest criteria in the world, which is if it's going up, I want to sell. If it's going down, I want to buy. And why is that? Because I'm a contrarian. Like, fuck the trend. Or fuck these sellers. It's like seeing the end of you know, the movie's so cliche that you're like, dude, I've seen this movie before. Can we go watch something else? So I'm kind of a sucker to watch any movie all the way through, because I'm like, if it's really bad, I'm more interested in the movie, because it feels like it's more, the more amateur it is, the more kind of straightforward it is, you know. It has to be. It's stripped down to that. And the market's so brutally obvious that it's a zigzag. I really would I'd love to take somebody that never saw the market, or just saw only these charts, right? Because those candlesticks, I love them to death, right? Oh, look at that engulfing pattern. Dude, it went down. Can I fucking clean this up for you? It went down. Not everything has to be a Eckhart Tolle fucking situation. Yeah, if you sit in, I don't know how I stumbled into fucking some guy on YouTube telling me, if you sit in a room quiet, hardest thing to do, Pascal, hardest thing to do is sit. Yeah, because who would do that? Would you waste your time sitting still and meditating? Fuck that shit. I got stuff to do. That is my meditation, bitch. I'm doing something. I just blows my mind. Yes, well, here we don't allow guns, so that's not going to be a problem. Is it with you? Like, we're going to scan your whole... Oh, we found a little bit of a residue on your hands. Bump stop residue on your shoulder. Oh, looks like we have to take you away to the farm. This the learning farms. Yeah, I'm going to put you in the Matrix, buddy. You are going to have, like, infinite pleasure. It's like one giant cocaine buzz you never come down from. You're going to love it. Wait till you get there. Oh, the hangover? No. Dude, we got something for that too. MDMAs plus T plus. We've taken the mRNA and blended it with the rainbow. You can have, actually, it comes down to a chip you have on your forearm. You dial your gender. And the other arm, you dial your drug. Dude, you're hooked up. If you can't focus on your math equations and build a bridge, then we're all in trouble. Well, at least that's the view you get. But we all know the really classic things are they're classic because they work. Buy low, sell high has worked for 1,000,000 fucking years. Now you may say, what do you do when it's going up and it keeps going up? Well, it came back at some point, and it seems like a ridiculous thing to say, but it did come back at some point. You could have got out. You could have said, you know what? It looks like I'm not going to make 1,000 pips because my target's 1,000 pips according to the astrological signs and the guy on the motorcycle outside my house. And so therefore, it's funny when people make money trading, they think there's some kind of like, wow, they tapped into like mystery of life. Yeah, shitting your pants. Enjoying shitting your pants. I guess you just stand in front of a train. I feel like that's what I'm doing. So I guess the euro has to drop another 50 pips tonight. Yes. It's at the edge of the abyss. So lo and behold, the market continued to tank. Of course, when we took out this this area here, this was the big turning point. I think everybody's was like, wow, that's really kind of low. Now this wick here, looking back in time, is really critical. So is this, and so is this. And we actually nicked, I think we nicked this wick, so all the way back to the starting gate. Now just look at this, the story of a bull to a bear. And look at this beautiful, top becomes a bottom. Oh yeah, I know I did that trade, but you know what? They stopped me out the next day. What the fuck was that? Oh, God. And then I got this another pullback here. Beautiful ABC correction. I got in right fucking here, and then they stopped me out. Oh, fuck. Now here, if you just were a blind seller, and you said, every time it comes above here, I'm going to sell. If it closes above there, I sell. Brilliant. Look, you just made that. When it comes back to here, I buy. So and this is the daily chart. Like, if you can't do, I don't know why the no-nonsense guy isn't showing this shit. What the fuck happened to his brain? Now, if you need a fucking moving average on that, you're just fucking it up, dude. It's like putting a bunch of fucking seasoning on your steak because your steak just sucks. It doesn't even taste good as a steak to begin with. Yeah, maybe you want to put a 5-period moving average on there, but then you've got issues with that. You're not going to see the auctions. You're going to be like, well, what about the trend I'm supposed to follow? There's no trend, dumb fuck. What do you mean there's no trend? It's going up. Here, let me show you. Here's a trend line, dude, right here. I know, but look at this shit going on during that. You mean to tell me you couldn't counter trend trade that thing to fucking make tons of fucking money? Actually, that's a bigger swing trade than the so-called trend. Yeah, you're getting in here, like pull back. Okay, ABC correction, you get in. I gotta get a better color here. So we got no problem there with the color. Yeah, I gotta get that right color here to show up. I'll go with the yellow. So, you know, people give courses in this bullshit all the time. Well, we have a moving average crossover system, which is a lot better than just a regular moving average. Because moving average, okay, that's for, you ever heard of MACD? That's moving average crossover, convergence, divergence. Moving average, convergence, divergence. We put a moving average on a moving average. This is no nonsense fucking speak. What a dumb shit. Marxist fucking asshole. I think that's what happens to these people. Oh, I went to college. You see? Do you know what logarithmic means? Dude, I know that the market just went screaming the fuck upward. And with my special magical 100 pip grid, I'm like, dude, that's from here to here is like $20 on a 1K. About here. Now, and then the other thing is, why would you waste your time with Fibonacci when really you should be thinking, how big can I buy below here to trade it up to here for a high probability trade? How much can I buy below here? And then when this big ass day comes down, I'm like, dude, I am loading the wagon. And I'm hoping it comes back to here, but it doesn't quite make it. Here, buying below here. Now here's doesn't make a lot of money. Here's a trend trade. If you think that this is the trend line, it broke, came back, confirmation. On closing prices is sloppy enough. The trade plan in a trend trade has to be good ratios. Because you can't be, you're not a swing trader. I think a swing trader needs to be like high probability swing, giant move. I'm going to put 50-50 orders in. Risk 50 to make 50 maybe. You could have some of these insane ratios. Like I'm risking 20 to make 80 pips. Yeah, you could do it. You'd have to sell. Here's a top tick Tommy. Just nicks the top of the previous day and that kaboom. It's just like the fake breakout. Bam. What more fucking info do you need? This no nonsense cunt. The more I think about him, the more I get pissed off. That's why I railed on this fucker for making fun of the no nonsense guy because he's a fucking Poindexter cunt. He's like DeSantis meets this douchebag that stepped this Poindexter with a fucking bow tie. This little fucking. You see McCarthy, this guy, he's a GOP, just the grand old party, okay? He steps out to fucking talk about this bill, to keep him going from bankruptcy. Yeah, like that's gonna happen, dude. You're on the Starship Enterprise, okay? We don't need money on this ship, dude. This train don't need a fucking ATM. It's built on love. It's who we are. Now get that beer. Go give me some of that queer beer. Give me one of them. Those fancy. If they were to go all the way, I say make a 3D picture on that thing with the little profile to the, like Braille version. You know what I'm talking. Make that thing worth it. You rub up against that beer. You should see these new beers that came out with. You rub up against them and shit. Fucking crazy. It's like it reveals your gender. In case you you get so drunk you forget what gender you are. That's how it happens too. They're like, don't you understand me? You get that fucking hammered. It's all skin to you after a while. It's just skin, dude. Ain't nothing special. In fact, it doesn't even matter if it's fucking. That chick that they found? They found some girl that was molesting her pets or something. Wasn't that a girl or was it a guy molesting the pets? I think it was a chick. Come here, Rover. You hungry, buddy? I don't know how I got on that topic, but never fails, that trading and sex go together very well, I must say. So I'm a masochist, and I like to buy into these plunges. I like to sell. I like to just sell and go, oh, yeah, it's going up, I know. So with that rule of thumb, if it goes up, screaming up, I do feel like this is the trade for me. Big up move, unfucking believable. Sell. 75 pip stop to make 150. I don't know if I'll make 150, but that's a damn good trade. It's going up. Sell. These guys are fucking out of their mind. I just look at it like a crowd of dumb shits. Who the fuck thinks this is worth it? Well, maybe it popped in some vacuum, look left, vacuums leave clues, but I'm not going to go through all that shit right now. There's plenty on this chart. Dude, I can spend fucking 3 hours on this chart going, oh, look at this fucking scalp here. Can you imagine if you had the balls to place a stack of buy limits in here and just sit back and go, yeah, I know. Sometime this week, we're coming back to here, son. There's no way we're just going to keep going. Oh, you fucking born on the moon or something? The market's still going. This is rare. 3 days hard. This 3-day drive, right? It's 3 drive right there. You heard about the 3 drive. Dude, I heard about it all, but of course I thought I heard about it all till the Garley patterns came out. I said, dude, you fucking doing hallucinogenics now. The fuck happened to you? What happened to classical trading where we just get in the fucking pullbacks? 618. These guys are ass clowns are measuring 618 from the top of this to here. See right here, 618, or 618 right here. Dude, what the fuck? You don't understand how it works. No, I think I do. You're trying to buy low. You're trying to find a reason to buy low. 618. And then that dumb shit ICT thought he was so clever. I'll call it the 72962 because I fuck the 618. Forget the 10th place. I went to 1,000 on that. Fuck, I just put pi in there and said, dude, it just goes forever. I can't put the trade on yet. I haven't found a broker that slices it that thin. I'm waiting for that 6 decimal broker to come out. I think it's called Bitcoin. Of course, the spread's so fucking wide on that thing. Looks like we're taking a little run here. We'll take off and go on a little... I lost my taskbar for some reason. The computer locks me out. Fucking Windows updated today. I'm on my tablet and the market starts to, the news came out, jobs report. Oh, gee, the jobs are, the fuck? It doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't matter if it's good news or bad news because you know what? These fucking idiots, I guess they're propagandists, let's face it. The people that do the news on the fucking, well, it's because, the market already priced that into the market. We already priced that into the market, don't you see? I can't predict the weather. The weather I predicted was good for last week's weather. Shut the fuck up. Get your fucking get your what do they do for the dogs? And you take your dog into the vet and they go, yeah, he's got a good. Here's the his papers. He's got all the shots. He's ready to go. Now, in fact, cut his balls off, too. Are people becoming dogs? Cats and dogs? Yeah, we're degrading. Well, we nipped that guy. Well, he asked for it. These are sophisticated cats and dogs we have here. Now they're asking for it. Yeah, they're like, I put on this fucking Pink CD and it kind of made me think, girls aren't so bad after all. She's kind of a tough chick here. She's kind of athletic. She's a little touch, little rascally, but she's no flower, wilting flower. I prefer the wilting flower. I kind of rescue some damsel who's completely fucked up. She doesn't know. She's 21 years old. You're not from around here, are you? You ever trade forex? Come here, little girl. Let me sell you something. You sit on my lap. We could do some scalping. What's that? Well, it'll be in the morning. So if you're ready to get up about 5 in the morning, if you want to do that crazy 6:30 in the morning smash down of the euro, the reconciling of everybody getting ready for the news to come out at 8:30, and then the FOMC news comes out, and I'm like, dude, I was a little nervous because I'm like, I'm in a big position here. I've been buying this thing the whole time. It's been tanking. Somebody asked me, what do you do when it's tanking? Buy more. It's the most painful. I'm like, dude, I'm down fucking 10 grand on this thing. I'm like, okay, but you decided to go in like $1 million position. That's not really that bad. So we did it. And being impatient is not. You really, if you're a swing trader, you have to wait about fucking 8 days to get paid here. But I'm hoping for the short squeeze. So if I was going to do this trade here, which would have been the dream build for me, as building a position by buying every kind of dip you can find, every 6 fucking 1/8 on every time frame. This pullback here, like so for the short players, the people that are selling top tick Tommies, I'm disregarding the close at this point. But anything above close, I figure is valid. Certainly above this. If you put pending starting above this, so this is a logical vacuum trade or this is a logical fresh price trade. Market slams up into here. Your targets are going to be here for you're going to make almost nothing. You're hoping maybe you make a little bit to here. But if you held through the whole motherfucker, you made it all the way to here. So you made, if this ticket had a 100 pip stop, it could make 100 pips on the swing trade. I would stack this whole area, and you could have some tight stops in here too, and then maybe some of those get stopped out. But I put about 500 tickets in here, if you're going to use one case. And you just fucking plot this area out. This is real estate. This is fresh price real estate. So is this. I got buy limits all the way down. Now we're not going to have the grandiose fill, but we'll take it. It's a great fucking trade. You could scalp to the floor with this bottom ticket getting out here, and the rest maybe you let it go, and maybe you did, and this is a great fucking ratio, and that would be a trend trade. Why is it a trend trade? Because the biggest price pulse, the last known price pulse is up. You don't need a moving average. You don't need all that fucking bullshit. You can see that, oh wow, fucking market went up. So you know it's in an uptrend. Well, you're going to start buying at pullbacks, but I recommend the limits because you can catch a falling knife on 500 tickets, right? Screaming up move. Okay, put some buy limits in. Screaming up move. Put some buy limits in. You're trying to buy a pullback because this says we're in an uptrend. Every time you see a screaming up move, baby pullback. Screaming up move, baby pullback. But it doesn't mean that if you buy here, they're not going to trounce you here. It doesn't mean if you sell here perfectly, the next day it doesn't go fucking higher because you're always going to want to sell high with the limits. Sure, but these are only daily trigger pulls. So the no-nonsense idiot should be selling every fucking... regardless of trend. He can't see that counter trend trade is as good as, in other words, he should just be waiting for a closing price to come down. Okay, maybe he doesn't sell into it. He's like, no, I'm not a reversal trader, he claims. Okay, dude, as soon as you see this fucking move, buy every pullback. Buy it here and buy it fucking here. This one, if you can hang down to here, hopefully you're putting in fucking 200 pip stops. Just trade smaller tickets. How hard is that to fucking get your brain around, man? These people will sit there and go on the Discord, connect to this no nonsense. I'm sorry, maybe I'm just not a nice person, but I think that goes without saying, but what the fuck are you doing? There's so many fucking trades. There's got to be 80 fucking things you could do here. You could buy the pullback. You could drop constantly, every day you could drop sell limits out in front of you like an idiot and buy limits down below you. And when the market, and if you do the math on that trade, I'm willing to risk $300 to make $300. Okay, that's a fucking perfect idea. Who's going to wait for this to top tick Tommy? Now, granted, that's a fucking amazing trade. Here it doesn't top tick Tommy. Are you going to bet your whole fucking life on these setups? Fuck no. So, I'm buying every time it goes down. Now, the range of the buy and the extent of the expiration of the tickets. That's another thing. So yeah, if it closed down here and I put a big fat stop in there and I survive this drop and I buy here and I have a big fat stop and I'm only looking to make risk 100 to make 500. I'm sorry, risk 100 to make 50. Risk $100 to make $50 basically. So bad ratios because the probability goes up. That means I could probably scalp out of this trade. But this here is so rare. This is just an amazing, this is like a dream move. For the most fastest, quickest, dirtiest money on this whole chart. And this is the classic Elliott wave ABC. You can see the Elliott waves very clearly here. You make a new high. And then you supposedly stop hunt goobers that have stops down there because they bought down here. They've been trailing their stop, and I guess they stopped them out here. Well, that's just another kind of style of trade you could do during the whole bullshit. The thing is, do you have a trade plan for this kind of noisy shit? Now, this is difficult territory because your targets need to be close. I mean, if you had to trade every day on this currency pair, but no, typically it's going to be like 80% here, 20% screaming, and 80% nonsense. This is all nonsense, 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 nonsense. So really here you have 80% bullshit. Once again, the 80-20 rule. And 20% clean, 20% sharp, clean smash. Now this is pretty rare, but in the big picture, if I zoom out, this is not unprecedented. This is a little bit, now this to me is a range, and you say that's a trend, but I'm like, dude, this is range trading. Like, this is fucking crazy. Yeah, this one was the trend trade, but if you kept trying to get on the train here and you're adjusting your stops and you're doing 2% risk and you're saying, well, I got to put a stop back here, 2% of the account means I got to, holy shit. How many trades are you pulling off on the daily chart? Well, not many, because I'm no nonsense. We only look at the daily charts. All right, well, you could do it. Why don't you just put the 4-hour chart up, dude? Like, how hard can it be, right? So go to the 4-hour chart, and it's a gold mine on the 4-hour chart. You can have tighter targets. You can risk 50 to make 20. You can probably make your 20 on the 4-hour chart. It's very simple, clean. I'm gonna zoom out one level on the 4-hour chart so we can see all the ridiculous trades in here. And this is more of a way tighter. You could run tight stops, great ratios. You could do breakouts. Non-directional breakout trading 4-hour chart. There's so much there. So the first thing that pops up to me with this buy new lows, buy below the close on the 4-hour chart is that if this closes below this wick, I gotta buy that. Hopefully I'm there to see it. Same thing if it comes up here, closes just like right about there. Yeah, okay, now maybe they did take you out here. You're too tight to stop, but that's fantastic trades. Anything closes below here, I'd probably be buying, and definitely buying because it's such a hard move down. Hard move down in the 4-hour, I'm buying. Now you can say, oh, I'll wait for the retest. Nah, I'm probably just going to buy. I got buy limits here, get filled, buying. I got to cash out because we might go lower and we do. Perfect top tick, Tommy. This is Sunday night coming in. And then look at this nice clean move, 80% chop. 80% chop, clean move, 80% chop, 80% chop, clean move. So this is all bullshit, and this is kind of totally scalpable in my mind. And a clean move, and then I'm going to say this is all garbage. Clean move down, garbage, clean move down, and now it's kind of, it's just kind of like, now I suspect we could bang on the floor here. And we want to overcome that floor and escape and start hitting these prices, come back to this floor, and just get out of the whole fucking trade. Well, of course, along the way, we be cashing out. We know there's sellers here, so we put in, we cash out of our longs, and then we re-rack buy limits below and try to make the most of it. Try to say I want to hold my long positions, but I want to dump and re-rack half of my total allotment because I'm in, but I'm not totally want to be. So diversification in my ticket sizing changes and when it starts to cash out. Because if I bought everything below here and it plunges down and I buy and I'm like, oh, this is a fucking great trade. I hold that in over the weekend, come out of Sunday night. Now I could probably take off half the position here. And how tight am I going to run my limits? If I run really tight, I can pick up a little bit more here, and then I got to dump the whole. I got to dump half or the whole thing here. Now if you dump half, and then you're like, dude, this is just. Oof. Or you were a seller coming into these new highs. Here's a perfect bottom becomes a top, almost perfect. Bottom becomes a top, almost perfect. Of course, these things, the thing is not going to ricochet perfectly off there and drop. So people are expecting that too. Oh, it's going to do that. You know, I'm a channel trader. I got a channel in here. You know, the market. You know, yeah. But there's a channel here. There's a fucking. You know, there's a trend line here that broke. Right. I'm not waiting for that to break. I'm going to be buying new lows all the way down. Buy hard, double bottom. Okay, buy more. I'm not waiting for a setup here. Oh, it finally quieted down and my MACD crossed over. Oh yeah, pull the trigger here. Are you fucking nuts? How do you make money doing that? I don't think you can. Honestly, I don't think you can. But it's a nice thought. I prefer to just go in. Look at this perfect top become a bottom on the 4 hours. It's kind of rare. But you could, you know, if you too tight on your stop, they waked you out before it dropped. Nice clean drop. So sideways and then plunge. Sideways and plunge. I would never wait that long for these setups. So I kind of like this one where it's like, okay, we're going up and I'm going to go to sleep and put some buy limits in it. This is great. This is double your money. And I got all sorts of, I got like 500 tickets in there. So I got like some that are going to scalp, some that are going to maybe sell the whole extension. I'm only going to be in maybe 30% of that unless I add or also, if I'm not in yet, I'm going to be putting the buy limits down here for that trade, the counter trade. So I'm really hoping for the counter trade. Of course, I'm always rooting for the team I'm on there. So I'm down 78 cents. I'm going to put some more buy limits in now on the double clicks. Double click my life away here. View the market watch. The navigator, trusty navigator. Okay, I'll do the same rack here. It's gonna be so the other one's expired on me, so there's no risk there. Here's a 15-minute, so more buy limits. It's coming down again. Go figure. Oh man, they just keep punishing this poor euro dollar. So this is pretty low risk. I think I'm in a 2K. One I bought at the market, and one I bought at a limit. No, actually, I'm in the limit order only right now, so I'm using 501 leverage. So we got a big wide stop on that. I don't think I'm going to get stopped out of this one. Let's see. It changes color if we get stopped out. Okay, about to get filled on these guys. We're just running 1K. It's pretty tame. I'll get the 500K real fast if it slams down. It doesn't take much. It's going down again. So it has to go down before it can go up. Here's the half-hour view. Zoom out. Look at this wackadoodle stuff. Man, this is crazy town. So I like to, this is half-hour chart. And you can just see all the trades in here real easy on the half hour. If you're going to trade stem to stern trades, you have to be a pretty active trader to milk all these zigzags. I didn't think you could do it, but with the scripts you can. You could either hand drop them up here and just wait for them to hit you and get out here or get out halfway to the border. Here is a deep mining area. I figured this is a no-brainer. I'm going to buy here. And I could pull off this half-hour scalp, and then I'm going to buy here, and this makes even better. So I'm going to buy the box. So if it comes down here and buying here, it comes here and buying here. If it goes, either way, it goes up here, sell, here, buy, make money both directions. You don't have to know where the market's going to make money. Now here you would say, yeah, this you're going to get burned here. If you buy this box and you can't afford it, all this price action or all this drama in here is going to be the issue, to afford to make it back to there. And here's the scalp. You would have scalped out here. Your grid that you lay in is going to have 12 pip targets, 14 pip targets, all the tight stuff. All coexist, tight and loose. Not every trade's going to be one of these grandiose trades, and this is crazy right there. And then it comes back here and just kind of fizzles and just kind of sneaks away and drifts down. And all of the zigzags here in the half hour, there's just great trades if you can sit here and babysit the market. But on a daily chart, come on. That's a different world, man. You pull the trigger like maybe once a week if you're lucky. Probably once every other week. I'm getting a signal. What do you think, Hank? I don't know. Pull back. It's just kind of bullish candle there. Do you think we should get on the line? Yeah, I guess. But I wouldn't buy a bullish candle. I swear to God, I'd never fucking. That's one thing I'd never do. If the market went up, even though it might keep going up, and everybody be like, dude, you should have bought it. Went up. It kept going up. Not me. Never gonna happen. I just know. I've tried that, and in other words, I feel like I'd rather be ahead, trying to get in, anticipate the end of this price pulse. Try to gauge, maybe not going to sell right away. I will sell a little bit, just to get it started in my brain that I'm a seller, and I commit to the position of saying, yeah, fuck those bulls. Give me the fucking sell button, dude. And then start putting sells up there. So I've been able to put some double clicks up there. Oh, that's a great fucking trade. Market spikes up. It's like it normally does. Shit doesn't last. It's bullshit. Just another hoax, another fake breakout. And sometimes it does break and run. Of course, now it's always going to be the question of like, well, you could scalp that high probability first burst, and then you could just say, well, re-rack it. If you don't mind the effort, re-racking is going to be the thing to do, because now you're going to save money, make more money. I can't imagine trading one position. Just can't do it. I just can't imagine it. It'd be like, oh, dude, I got this gun I invented. It's, man, dude, this thing's so fucking powerful. But it's too big to cart around. Like, who's carting this thing around? Yeah, she doesn't. It's called a tank, dude. I mean, who's going to drive a tank everywhere? I'm not. Not with this technology. You mean I can fucking double click $40,000 positions? And then come back a half hour later. Looks like didn't fill any of my static fucking grid drops. Oh well. People try so hard. I'm going to run Fib. You ever heard of cloud trading? I heard of it, but I don't dare talk about it. You mean like a Takanashi's? You said it, I didn't. The Takanashi's. Oh. Once I got my mind around that cloud trading, I had to eat some. I had to drink some green tea. I must tell you, it was quite an effort to re-identify as a Takanashi trader. I like the bricks though, but when it comes down to it, point figure, that's where it's fucking at. It's like Hollywood Squares, man. Yeah, see bulls center square for going short the market. What do you think about the news? Do you think it's going to be bullish or bearish? Are you kidding me, dude? We make money from storm repair. We don't care what the hurricane. The hurricane has no, like the market doesn't know you exist. It's an explosion. You're trying to exploit the volatility. Ride the giant fucking thing without getting clobbered by it. It's like tornado surfing. You're waiting for a big storm to come in. Yeah, when are people going to start doing that shit? Oh yeah, this is a new fad. We're going to hurricane surf. Sure, you build a pole. You put this eyelet on you put concrete. You pour concrete with this iron fucking ship eyelet on the ground, and you string a chain around your balls, and you wait for the hurricane to come. And then when you think you're in the, start the right velocity, you detach yourself and you start to surf the hurricane. And if you got good enough algorithms, you can predict where you're going to show up and shit. It's like those goddamn drones that people have, spying your neighbor and shit. Or get a balloon, one of those big fucking Chinaman balloons. That's what you need. Yeah, just a balloon up there. It's making me lose money on this trade. I think that fucking balloon. Turns out that spying on that fat finger guy that blew up the markets that one time. They stuck that hedge fund guy there with the Rolex in as a false flag. Nobody saw that coming. Okay, it's the magical time of 8:30. I cannot find my fucking clock because I lost it. Oh shit, my taskbar flipped back. That's the problem. Huh. Yeah, they were fixing they were putting gas lines in out here. And they tripped my goddamn breaker. Those bastards. I come home, the fucking lights are off. What you do to my place? Okay, let's zoom in. Now this you'll see a lot of times. Look at this 5-minute chart. Not here really, but here's a 5-minute wick. Ba-bam. And here's a nice, look at this hard close down. Bam. Now that's just a, man, if you're there to pull the trigger on that, that's pure satisfaction. Don't forget it happened under this floor, under the supports. Under close right there. Bam, you can pull the trigger right there. Oof. Now, if you're in really big on that, you could scalp to here and let the rest go. And the next, by 8:30, get out of the whole trade. Or are you going to ride it, I'm a buyer. Everything below here and that. Buy more here and then just let it grip. How can you miss these trades? Some guy sent me an email, said, I'd be selling up here in Asia. Yeah, no shit. You sell into this box, just draw your box and be okay. Sell. Perfect sell there. Talk about putting a tight stop on it. Then cash out here, cash out there, cash out there, and then do it all over again. Up and down, 80% of the market's going up and fucking down. Why do people want to work so hard? Because they want to prove that they're intelligent. Like, I read the books. You ever heard of a Gartley pattern, son? That's a bat wing you're talking about there. Bat wing? In the forex markets? Oh, you mean the virus? Carried the virus. Gotcha. Yeah, that wet market bat wings. Cost you a little extra for those. Those kind of black market. I don't really allow those around here. Looks like you're growing a third arm or something, man. You okay? You be okay, man? 1 minute and 10 seconds till 8:30, and then let's see some drama coming into Friday. Let's see that short squeeze coming finally. I know you want to do it because you fuckers keep selling this off, and you just got your head up your ass with this trade. This was the other dead cat bounce. I made some money here, but not as nearly as much as I am underwater right now. So I bought this big haul and cashed out on some. And then I said, holy shit, let's buy here. Oof, that's going to be glorious. And boy, this thing is just filling up a lot. These trades are conceivable on the 4-hour chart. So you can't see this chart on the daily. This is a beautiful scalp to the floor, ricochets down, bang, bang, bong. Not that it didn't. In my dream, it's going to come in and engulf this thing. It's going to go up to the other fresh part of town. I did not do that this time. Like here, if I'm buying everything below here, closes below there, I can make to here, I can make cash out. Actually, a top tick Tommy there again, so another beautiful ranging situation. Serious buy here. Holy shit. And look at the reaction to that. It goes full tilt. Takes out this, out that. So this is what I'm looking for here. We take smack into the floor, come back. Come on, just come after this shit. Ultimate cash out. Sure, I'd love it to come back to here. But I don't think I have the patience for that. Just like the guy that sold here said, dude, it's going to come down to here. And if you could ride it down there, man, you got some fucking time. I mean, you got patience. Like if you didn't take anything off the table and you rode this all the way down to here, wow. I wish I could do that. But I'm like, dude, we are up so fucking big right now. Let's just cash out. This is Friday. Let's get the fuck out. And I'd probably be buying down here for this trade typically. So I'm going against the trend traders. Because they're stupid. I don't want to be stupid. Now, the problem with the trend trade is I think you get your hopes up for these great entries. Like, okay, it's going in a downtrend. I got you so far. Yeah, you could. This is the best one. Wait for it to come back to the double touch and actually the next touch on the trend line, but that doesn't pay off there. It comes back and does another touch, and then it does pay off. We can trade the pitchfork, trade the middle. Okay, well, I only sell here, but yeah, but like if you only sell here, and you go, oh, this is the perfect setup. Look, it's just going to collapse, and then it goes a little bit more. Oh shit! So that if I'm speaking in terms of one ticket trading, which is almost all this retail shit you hear is like, oh, okay, what you're going to do here is you're going to get in here, put your stop here on one ticket. Yeah, 2% of your account right here. Are you fucking nuts? Yeah, that's like me saying, well, I want you to drive to the store and just put the brakes on, just because, every now and then. Just slam on the brakes. Why would I do that? Well, because you don't want to hit anybody. Okay. Dude, I want to have like, 50 cars, okay? Not one car. We'll put the brake out here. Well, 2%. I always use 2% brakes. You know, it makes brakes last longer. You've killed people, dude. I know. I'm just doing what they told me. You know, look at the owner's manual. And the worst thing is that ABS shit. Get rid of ABS. Can I turn off the ABS brakes? No, I can't. No, it's law. You got to have that fucking strobe shit on there. Dude, listen, if I need it, can I just turn it on? Like, no. I mean, you ever put your brakes on in the snow? And then you try to hit the throttle. Oh, no, I got traction control, too. I keep you from spinning out. I want to spin out. That's how I control the car. It's called fishtailing. I don't allow that anymore. No gas stove for you either. Don't you know, have you ever smelled gas? You don't want that smell in your fucking house. God damn, they should have outlawed them fucking stoves a long time ago, son. That shit smells awful. First, they better listen. If you could clean up the smell of that gas, I'd get a gas stove, and I'd actually, if I was president, I'd demand everybody have one. Oh yeah, just like a fucking gun in Switzerland. Be trained in gas stoves. Learn how to fucking enjoy this. I heard some these kids are doing huffing deodorant. I don't know, man. You know, fentanyl, maybe. Okay, on the weekends. Couple hits of that. Yeah, I scalp so good on fentanyl. I'm so relaxed. It's the morning. I'm ready to scalp. I just little dab will do you. And sit back and go, man, this is intense at all. I don't feel like I don't feel any irritation at all. I'm ready to scalp. I call it soft power scalping. No, there's so many ways to trade this shit. Here's a coil pattern. This is my favorite pattern right here. See, the triangle formation and breakout. Nice clean, nice breakout trade. Yeah, what about all the times you got fucking faked out here? Well, I don't want to talk about that. I'm a politician, goddammit. I'll lower your taxes and make everybody pretty. Vote for me. Oh, yeah, free plastic surgery. Especially for the ugly girls that I know are hot underneath, just like that fucking secretary library chick who's like, she's kind of hot once you get this, take off the glasses and that frumpy fucking sundress. What is with the sundress? Who invented that shit? Cinderella? I'm wondering. I used to have a girlfriend that has, she wore the sundress. Oh, honey, you look like you weigh 500 pounds. Give me that fucking thing. Put on the spandex here. Put out fucking that lemon yoga shit. God damn, babe. Who fucking told you that? Well, it's a lot of fabric. I got it. If you want wallpaper, just buy wallpaper. You can wallpaper the bathroom. And then they got these prints on these fucking dresses. It's like, dude, really? At least with a tattoo. How about tattooed dresses? Where their dress is just not my favorite tattoos. This is what I look like underneath. Well, actually, caricatures. It's actually animated GIFs on ships on my dress. Now, I'd be all over that. Dress can be really huge, babe. She's got a big fucking extra widescreen high def monitor. Sliced up into pleats. You look good, babe. Let's go out tonight. Everybody's gonna be envious when they see your fucking get up. That dress I bought you. I built you. Built it out of fucking solar panels too. But it could catch on fire though. I forgot to tell you, it just has a little bit of lithium in it. A couple kids' fingernails. From the jungle. And we got some cobalt in there that could not be, it's not cured, it's not organic, it's not, what do they call it? It's not resourced, not sustainable cobalt. It's not resourced, whatever you call it. I can't remember. Triple resourced. Oh God, what do they call it? Sustainably resourced? What the fuck is the latest buzzword for like it's really good? Renewable. These are renewable pips. It's okay to trade forex because they're sustainable pips. As long as you don't close out the position. Forgot to tell you that. This is harder than I thought. Can I just invest in a mutual fund? There was a guy that wanted to trade forex. It's so cute. This guy was over in Bulgaria or some shit. And he came on the YouTube channel there, and he took a class with the moving average crossover system. And after the moving average is crossed over, you were looking for a very particular pattern. I want to see that pattern. It's got to be an engulfing pattern with a 40% away from the moving average of a derivative of a differential of a histogram. And then I pull the trigger. I was like, wow, dude, amazing. I think he paid like a $2,000 for this course. And the guy came into his house and showed him. You see, this is a moving average. See, right, I'm going to point to it. Now I got my finger right here, so I'm pointing to it right on your screen there. See, right there. I'm giving you proprietary information here, son. Cost you about $1,000 for this class. I'm not even going to say another word till I see that coming through on my Cash App, your payment. Okay, I can continue. I don't give away this stuff for free. There's a mentorship here. One-on-one training. I slap you around. I forgot to tell you, I have a electrical shock we use. We have a lot of we can cure you of any bad trading habits you may have. Let's put these electrodes on. Okay, sir. Okay, you're Your check went through, cleared. Okay, you ready to go? So first class is going to be how to read a price chart. That stuff kills me, man. Like, how to read a price chart. For what? To what end? Call out the trade, you fuckhead. I just gave you a thought. The ICT guy. Well, I can't tell you all that. It's a secret. Dude, it's called the inner circle, not the outer circle. Get your fucking head straight first. What are you even doing in my mentorship? He's such a pussy. I wish he'd be more like that guy, that dickhead from How to Make a Millionaire shit. Oh, God, what's his name? He's got this $5,000 class, and he says, listen, if you don't like it, get the fuck out of here. Well, there you go. That's my kind of... We don't need no non-believers here. If you don't think that your kid's a zombie and you need to take him out so we can get married and go to Hawaii, then you just got to get the fuck out of here. You'll never be in my Scientology class. I don't care how much money you bring in. We don't stand for those unethical criminals. You got to be what do they call it, a black hat or a gray hat? I don't know what they call these people. That white hat hackers. So this is the big conundrum. Where do you find the patience for these markets? You don't. So you just don't participate too heavily. Go against grandma, go against the latest price pulse. How do you like the way these fucking corporations are blowing themselves up? Target. Why don't they just offer strap-ons at Target? Here's the thing. You got to counter this shit. You got some perv gear for the kiddies. I'm thinking a Target butt plug and a Target dildo. Their stock would shoot right up. Fuck, they got these rainbow butt plugs down at Target. You gotta see this shit. I guess this guy, Alex Stein, was posing in a one-piece bathing suit just in time for the summer. We're just gonna cut your dick off, son. You don't need to wear that. Daddy got a new razor blade, and I got some Mercurochrome. Come on, we'll hook you up. Son, I love you so much. Come on, hurry. What do you identify as? Wrong. Okay, the torture will continue until the right answer is until you reveal, until you confess to your sins. So, like, this is the Inquisition, right? The gender Inquisition. You do want to change your sex, don't you? That's the right answer. That's what we want to hear. I don't hear you. What the fuck happened? You know what happened? I got it. I figured it out. People say, how can the world be so fucked up? Because everybody's a millionaire, dude. You think about it. You got a fucking phone. I feel like I just can't believe you got a phone that has a flashlight, a camera, a video camera, a fucking, oh my God, you name it, right? It vibrates. You can't beat that. You put your fucking Target strap, dildo on this thing. Little baby suction cup one. And let it rip. And let that bad boy rip. And there you go. Fuck, they talk about a goddamn expert advisor. That's one right there. Talk about AI. Fucking AI my eye. One-eyed Cyclops AI. When that thing gets loose, we're all in trouble, right? Think about a robot dildo. Attack of the Robot Dildos. Like, oh my God, there's an army of these fucking dildo drones outside. Oh, fucking hit the deck. The basement. I got a place in the basement. I got a double basement. You go down, there's a trap door. I dug down. There's a hatch on top, using a submarine hatch. It's working. I feel safe. If I need to go down there, I'm going down. And nuclear holocaust starts. That'll be the ticket. Oh, another sell-off. Look at another buying opportunity. We'll throw some limits and try to capture that. So the 15 minutes expired. We're going to do it again. We're just going to keep doing it and doing it till they fill me. Now, I will wait till the 15-minute chart updates here, and it just did. So I'm going to pull the trigger on a market order. A couple, actually. So I'm going to get all crazy here. Now, I think the next 5 minutes, we could still come down. So I'm going to put the limits in. And I'm going to buy at the market. So I'm doing more limits than markets. So I do 80% limits and 20% markets. I'll put some. Now I know this is going to be losing trades because it's going to look all lower. So at 10 minutes too, if it's the next 5 minutes is still tanking, I'll just buy at the market. So that's my whole secret to trading. Like on the 5-minute chart, I know exactly all my trades without regard to. So I'm going to babysit it, right? So I'm sitting here going, this fucking market, these assholes. I can see the setups here, but these are not worth it, man. I can't trade big enough on this top become a bottom. Does it work on every time frame? Well, of course, but are you going to buy this top become a bottom for this fucking trade? Are you going to sell this triple top for, well, that's actually not a bad trade. But are you going to sell this double top for this trade? That was a good trade. Are you going to buy this pullback, this top? Are you going to buy this? Where's a setup like that? Like a trend trader's dream. Are you going to sell this top become a bottom for this move? This is a top become a bottom for this move. I don't think I'm going to bother because I got it's so fucking big here. So I'm probably going to buy here at the market, wait 5 minutes. Buy here at the market, wait 5 minutes. And I got all this track laid for the next 15 minutes. And this is the Asian session. So it's kind of tame. But we can get a nice rip down. Big smash down. And lo and behold, we're getting filled on the limits, which is ideal. If we turn on the comments, we can see our market orders here. And our limit fills. If I do it by comment, then we're always going to see, well, you know, we may have to trade at the market because it's not coming back. But ideally, you're going to have some fills on limits there. I suppose if you're going to trade on the clock and say, well, it's down because it's 9 o'clock and it's down, and every hour down I buy. Here's how you limit your trading. You go to the 15-minute chart. You say, I'm only going to buy the 15-minute down marks. Every time it closes down, I'll buy more if it closes beneath a structure or beneath a previous low. Some kind of floor in there. Let me clean up the chart. I'm going to delete all my history of drop. I'll zoom out a little bit here. So if I double click here, you're like, wow, you can fill that. Yeah, sure, maybe in an hour. I don't know. So you see all my buy limits coming in. And I'm going to wait to pull the trigger at the top of the hour if it's down. So I bought here because we were below the floor. And I said, we're going to buy. Wait another 15 minutes, pull the trigger. Well, you only got how many trades here? If you wait 15 minutes to sell, you sell every up. And you can have, you're not looking to make a lot of money here or a lot of pips. So if I say, let's go and pull the trigger, anytime above here I sell. All right. Every time above here I sell. So there's two sells. Sell here, sell here. Every time it closes below here I buy. And below here I buy. So it closes below there I buy. And be here I buy. And I would have had to take this money here. If it closes below there, I buy. So it did a little bit, so I pushed it and buying there. And I like it here, actually. It's a better price. Okay, as it's dropping, I'm going to buy too. Okay, delete objects. Now I have my finger on the trigger. I'm a sniper for this one incident, but I'm not a sniper on $1 million position here. So let me pull the trigger here. Another $1,000. I'll wait about 2 minutes, and if it drops lower, I'll pull the trigger here. So I'll build it on limits as it's coming down on the 5. I'm trying to build a long position in anticipation for a big rally. A huge short squeeze tonight into Europe. I want to wait for that. Oh, look at beautiful. So we can buy at the market. We're getting filled on limits. I'm going to buy limit orders. Oh, so that was a great little sniper. But, you know, it's kind of hard to nail that. Go, you know, $1 million right there. I guess so, yeah. But that was a nice little. And look how that happened right at 10 minutes too. So look at the 1 minute chart here. That's quite a smackdown. I'm gonna update the 1 minute. People love that 1 minute chart. On the 1 minute chart, it's obvious. You'd want to buy everything in this box here. Certainly load the wagon on this one. And pull the trigger all the way back to the starting gate. Amazing. Here it was more easier, more better to see this one on the 1 minute chart. I suppose this is why people like the 1 minute chart. It's just painfully fucking obvious, right? You got about 2 minutes to pull the trigger there and get filled. Selling above here, right? Sell above that for this capture, buy below this, or even buy, all the way down, which I did. Okay, now we're waiting for 9 o'clock. I'm looking for a giant rally. Let's hope so, right? Let me chase a little bit, buy some more. Oh, fuck, wait. Let me delete this. See, now I'm trapped. I'm trying to delete objects. Yeah, I'm kind of chasing it. Let me wait for it to come back a little bit. Yeah, wait. So kind of. I don't want to chase it. So I'll put some limits in actually. So here's where I go for the limits. And it still could come flying back here on the. That's the 1 minute chart. So it could definitely come back. So I'll wait to pull the trigger here. I mean, it could conceivably go up 2 minutes, back 1 minute, up 3 minutes, back 2 minutes. It looks like it kind of missed it. So now I'm gonna chase it with limits. I'll just have limits because it probably will rip down at some point. Doesn't have to, but when 9 o'clock comes, it could spike down. I've seen that. Look, it's itching to sell off right now in that 1 minute chart, right? And there's people that probably just traded that and made a lot of money. Yeah, sure. If you pull the trigger on 20K, 30K here and go bing, bing, pull the trigger here. Okay, so you're 50K cash out. That's not bad. Right? When you look at it like this, yeah, that's not a bad trade. Now we're trying to break out of this top tick Tommy situation. Take out this one, and then this is the high of the day way back here. And people are selling here because of this. And I could scalp out there. So let me show you. If I was going to take partial profits now, how much am I up? Oh shit. Let's see. Look at but see those limits I filled? That's not bad. I think I got filled on 3 of those. Okay, we're up $2. So I could cash out here. And look, I'd be up $2. Hey, this guy never loses. Follow me on people follow me on what? No, leave me alone. Don't follow me. Don't like it. Don't watch it. I'm only doing it because I want to just bitch. I'm not selling anything. Oh yeah, my mentorship, how to be an angry trader and enjoy it. Okay, now that I would do. I'm scalping out. Get me out. Okay, so now I'm out. Fuck them. I'm going to come back in with limits. He's a winning trader. You see that? He won on that. Okay, this could be crazy right here. At 5 minutes before 9. When 9 o'clock comes, I bet you they rip it back. So I'll put some rip backs in. Now here I'm going to get aggressive because I'm feeling pretty frisky. I just made $4. Dude, I'm on top of the world. Have you seen my results? I've never lost a trade. Is it true? Read it and weep. Or just weep. You don't even have to read it. This is very liberal here. All feelings matter. Yes, you can wear those clothes. Sure, dude, you can wear anything when you're trading. Nobody's going to see you. I identify as a pissed off trader. Well, go with it. Yeah, you are. Know who you are. All right, let's have it. Bring it. Come on, you fucking bulls. Let's go up. I am so long this thing. Oh, God, these markets. This is fucking so goddamn annoying. These dumb shits selling this thing. Can't they see the value in the euro? Look at all these morons selling this. Yeah, we're just going in a downtrend. Oh, I suppose you're one of those contrarians. Fuck yes. Stop tailgating me when I'm on the fucking highway at 90. I'm going 90. You want to go 95? Oh, God. I'm going to deploy my fucking screws and glass. I'm going to open up the back hatch on this thing. Get ready for some rough road, motherfucker. I'm going to pave the road in front of you with fucking screws and glass. Shrapnel. The curly cues I got off my lathe. Brass filings. Hope you're not on your fucking bicycle. I try not to pepper the bike lane with these kind of like cures. I got a new invention. Throw a monkey wrench into the works. That's only one rule here. Alright, so that's my market update. I don't know what else to tell you. Waiting for Europe to open. Looking for a big short squeeze here. Cross your fingers. Let's hope it happens, people. I'm looking for the retrace on this one.